Okay, here why Princess Meghan is the people's princess and why the media has always been bigotry, sexist, and racist. Yeah, I wonder why the royal family care only about themselves. They had destroyed their heart of all Commonwealth who can relate with a modern biracial princess. Okay, it's 2 minutes and 6 seconds.
It's not just Prince Harry who's fallen for Meghan Markle. Britain shows every sign of taking her to its heart.
One thing that people, especially young women of my generation or younger, like about Meghan is that she seems like a normal woman with a normal background, but at the same time a passionate woman. You know, she's got her activism, she does her yoga, she's talented at acting. And it's, I think, inspiring for us to see a woman who is in control of her life and does the things that she enjoys and is passionate about.
That's the key word. Inspiring. When you look, I've said this before, anyone who's been following me. When she went to the school where she was making the arm sign with the kids, the school kids, the first thing that popped up to mind is that she was a bright light to those kids, to tell the kids, not telling them, to inspire the kids, where the kids could say, oh, if Meghan Markle can do that, I could do that, or something like that. They could remove themselves and whatever status, social, in terms of social class, you know, in terms of, I'm talking in US term, not UK term where they have royalty and all of that. Social class, meaning you could be poor, you could be middle class, upper class, this kind of thing. You work hard, you get what you want, this kind of thing. So this is the part where I think Meghan was the bright light for those kids. Okay, no matter what situation you are in now, but you could always overcome it, work hard, get yourself out of it. So this is the thing the institution did not want for those kids and anybody in the UK who they want to, for them to remain in their poverty, where they want them to remain in need of them. This is the thing why they don't like Harry. And one of those, I think it was, I caught it the other day when I was listening to the Obama Foundation interview that Harry did, where Harry was saying that he sort of want them to get out of the situation that they are in. I remember listening, I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I've been saying something in that sense as well. I didn't catch it several times that I listened to that interview where Harry wants those kids to not be dependent on charities all the time. Okay.
So how do you pick what you're going to do? So you mentioned the Invictus Games. You do everything from that to a program to develop coaches in the UK. You do, and around the world. You mentioned Heads Together, which is focused on mental health. How do you decide what to do? Because you have literally seen a lot. You've seen a lot of programs. You've seen great need in the world. Who puts a finger down on something and says, this one?
Yeah, it's, I think when you're part of a large charity or a large foundation, I think it is very hard to say no. But I think what we've realized is it's even harder to have a finger in every single pie. And therefore, for us, early intervention, where possible, is definitely the key. Impact is definitely, has to be the priority. You know, none of us want to spend the rest of our lives connected to charities of which we're just making people's lives better. You know, none of us want to spend the rest of our lives connected to charities of which we're just making people's lives better. Far rather identify a problem and try and fix it before it becomes an even bigger problem.
So that's when he was explaining about the Royal Foundation and all of that. Okay, so let's continue listening. Let me put, I don't want to put it back because I have to realign it because the system is already giving me problem.
Royal insiders see a similarity with a much-missed member of the House of Windsor.
When you see her with people, she's got that wonderful, let's say, royal touch, which Princess Diana had. You see people's faces light up when she goes over to them to talk to them. They all just want to touch her, they want to hold her.
She's going to bring the American energy and go get it all attitude. I think it's wonderful to inject something like that into the royal family, because what people want is they want the royal family to be relatable. and she's perfect for that.
The old millionaire princesses of a century or so ago, they brought cash to this country. She brings a kind of cultural wealth because she's different, she has a totally different background, she has a different take on the world, and she is a modern, determined woman who has things to do and things to say. Plus, she is incredibly glamorous, which does her no harm at all. So it's all pluses.
The British press.
There it is. It's all pluses, but guess what? The other ones did not want these. Is that Rachel Johnson? Is that Bojo's sister? These are the ones who's already up there. They see Meghan as a threat in a way when Meghan didn't care who they are and what they do, but they saw her as a threat because their social class will be crumbling. Let's listen.
Is quick to raise the question of Meghan's heritage.
I was reading press coverage about Harry's new girlfriend, and it was as if they were trying to say something about her, but I genuinely didn't know what it was they were trying to say. I was reading phrases like, not your usual society blonde, a departure from Harry's type.
And this is how, I mean, the UK tabloid, the UK press, they masterful at this, how to play with the psychology of people. All right, they start putting these kind of words to make people think otherwise. All right, but there's Harry and Meghan, they left. People are seeing what the institution is all about.
And I honestly was curious, and when I looked her up, it was immediately obvious to me what they were saying. They were saying she's black.
That's it. All right, that was a good one. Okay, what document is this? Meghan Markle, $1 million American princess on YouTube. Thank you. What's the link, Daniel? Or is it from a documentary? Want to watch it? Meghan Markle, the $1 million princess on YouTube. Okay, so she is repeating the same. Okay, so let's see here. That's that. From this point of view, Meghan and Harry Perfect will have been representing in the common countries, I think Commonwealth countries, Queen Elizabeth. They were popular, more popular than Kate and William, but due to their popularity, the royal family decided to throw the Sussexes under the bus and spread lies so that Kate and William will be in the good light. And the thing is, if Kate and William were doing something that interests other people, people would have seen it. They would not need to put Harry and Meghan down to get that. But look at this. After Harry and Meghan left, what have they done since then? Instead, they just keep on exposing themselves, expose. So that's fine. But meanwhile, we will keep on praying for Harry and Meghan to get the protection from God. All right? Because they don't want to give Harry and Meghan protection. So we're asking from the higher power, please give them the protection that they deserve, because you know all the corridors, all the nits and the crevices, that's the word, the crevices that they need the protection from. So we ask the higher power to provide them with that kind of protection. Forget the royal family. All right, even though they claim they are closer to God. Meanwhile, the nonsense that they're spewing, my goodness. All right, so did I finish with that? Okay. They were popular, more popular than Kate and William, but due to their popularity, the royal family decided to throw the Sussexes under the bus and spread lies so that Kate and William will be in the good light. Okay, Meghan and Harry stepping back will cost the royal family some Commonwealth countries, as Meghan is very relatable by these countries, unlike Kate. They're already stepping away. Let's see here. It's almost... it has lost many Commonwealth countries, not just because of their poor treatment toward Princess Meghan and the press, but that sure didn't help. No one should have been able to imply what royal family was saying. Royal family bad behavior and poor discipline made them easy prey. Agreed. I believe it sure cost them Commonwealth countries. The British royal family and the horrid British tabloid media have gone out of their way to say persons of color are unwelcome and unwanted. This era of bowing to white folks, no matter their station, has passed. Okay, so let's go to the next one.